I had to do a new save here with updates. I have done to the map. I didn't realize that my sellable fences were not in, and I do like that same farm, so I'm just gonna cruise on back there. We're gonna get some equipment coming and probably go plowing the field up and get that to grass, and then my plan is to record me building up my farm. I want to go a little different route there than what I had before. It'll be something very similar, and we're probably just going to end up changing a couple of the buildings. The silage bunkers for sure are getting changed, and we'll go with that. If you guys would like to play on my edit of Flint Hills here, I will be posting a link in the description below to my Facebook page, and you'll click the play game button, and I'll be updating the map that I have on there here very shortly once I make sure I get most of the errors worked out, and we'll go with that. As you guys can see, I already got down the grain silo that dries. I got the New Holland TG out there plowing up the field that I'm going to make into a grass field. I like to be able to fertilize all of it, and might as well utilize everything I got out here. So I also bought the Challenger. It is one of my favorite tractors, done by NEFG modding, and it's mainly because we had an Egco that was about like that when I was growing up. So it's just a good all-around tractor with the front loader. Now we are going to go through and pretty much start building my farm back to the way it was here. First things first, I'm going to put down a nice barn and just see which ones I got to choose from. I always forget. I grab new ones, old ones. But I'm going to use this one. I'm pretty sure it is done by Random Sparks, I think. I can't promise anything. But we're just going to find a good placement here. I think I did add that too. Yeah, I did add the pipe for the manure on the side. We'll go through like this and start. Now, let's see here. I got another one I want from. Ooh, like I said, I get some new ones. Sometimes I just don't know, and I haven't tested this one, so this one's interesting. I'll say no to that one for right now. I got a couple more in here that I really like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with these. Set 2 of these down. Should be enough. My plan here is to, go on buy the wet cake and some of the other things I got. Honestly, I'm gonna level this all off first. But yeah, we're gonna go in and get some wet cake and the dry distillers, crack corn, all that, haul it into the commodity sheds and go. So yeah, we're just gonna level up the land here, and I always forget the controls, so we're just gonna make it nice and easy. And Latin. I just want a nice flat area to work with up here for the buildings and all the bales and whatnot, and right around the cow pen and everything. So we need to bring her up right into there. Try to do some good landscaping around here. I honestly wish they would have put the undo button in for landscaping. It would have helped so much more. Alright, just about got this. And I'm going to go ahead and smooth this edge along the ditch out right away. Otherwise, I always seem to forget about that along with this edge before I place any buildings, just to make sure I got a nice smooth transition in. And this one can wait until I test fit the silage pad, because I'm going to do a little different silage pad one I came up with. Just the open silage pad rather than bunker or walls or anything like that. It just pleases me a little bit more rather than having to deal with all that other stuff around it. Works better with coarse play too. And over here I'm going to show you guys right now actually how I put a nice slope on this without even using the crazy smooth tool over and over. So what I usually do is I'll come in and flatten her down just like that, and then I make it that grade there and bring it around. And then if you make your smooth tool really big, it'll go a lot quicker rather than sitting there going over it a million times. And you'll actually be able to farm this slope back here. Alright, now let me test fit my silage pad. If I remember right, my big one was way too big. And I'm pretty sure it still is. I would like to get 2 of them down here, and that's not too bad. Well, if I did one big one, one small one, that would work too. Alright, so go back into landscaping here and get this edge dealt up with it. Once again, I'm going to bring up an elevation and we're just going to flatten it. Try to keep it straight. The corners are a little bit more of a pain, but this is why I like this method. If you flatten it and you go in too far like that, you can always flatten it from that elevation again, getting too far away. Actually, I'm going to do a nice slow taper back, so we're going to go like this. And try to keep that straight line there. Now get your green circle as big as you can. Oh, there's tractor doing the plowing around there. Field there, so we're gonna get this nice and flat with everything. And I'm gonna go back in and put my commodity sheds in. I wish, is there the change strength? Oh, there is. Change the strength would be like how fast it would smooth out, raise up, adjust accordingly. Because the big thing with my silage bunkers that I have, or my silage pits, piles that I have, do not have the leveling in it, I don't think. I can't remember anymore. It's been a while since I used them, but I took the leveling out of them so I could place them pretty much where I wanted to and not have to worry about changing the ground back. So we are going to go back into sheds. Yeah, I know the picture's off, but it's actually from this map to begin with. I made it a placeable a long time ago. And I think I'm just going to start with this one right next to the road. Everyone likes a good hay shed. And it's going to drive me nuts if it ain't straight. So I'll try to straighten it out the best we can. And then gosh, I like the big commodity shed, but that's just too big right there for right now. I want a couple more bays, and this one offers a couple more bays that I'm looking for. So we're going to run like this and try to get it as straight as possible. And this is why I leveled the ground up, so now I don't have to worry about all the barns being at different elevations. I like that. Oh yeah, I better get some storage for grain here. Can't remember. Yeah, this is the one I edited quick, actually out of Flint Hills also. And this was just a quick edit, move the triggers around and some other cosmetics, because out of the grain dryer that I have placed there already, which will work with the script and global company, I'll be able to transfer from an auger right into that. And actually, I'm going to do that right now. Let's grab one of these big augers. Nobody likes messing with that one. I think I'm going to go with the Westfield on this one. And we're going to buy that, so I'll use that. And then I'm going to go ahead and hook this guy up and see where it falls into play at and place my bends accordingly. I may have to sell the ones I got there, see if this works or not. And then I'll let you guys know. Okay, it's actually on the other side. I forgot about that. So it might work out better than I thought. It was a while since I've done this. So I just gotta piece it all back in my head here on how I had it set up. That should be there. Alright. I'm just checking the trigger, yes. So we are golden there. Now, let's grab that other bend site that I have and see how well we can place this to all be automated. I think I gotta move that dryer setup up closer. I guess I forgot to move that trigger there. Yeah, it's too close to my commodity sheds, so go ahead and get rid of that real quick. And I don't want to get it too close to this end because I still want to be able to drive through here with the TMR mixer and everything else. So now we're gonna see if that gave us enough room or not. Actually, we could squeeze them off quite a bit. Oh no, I'd like to keep the grass area to the right here open for the corn silage bagger. When I get that to ferment, we will see if I can get that or not, but I want to go something like that. Come back out. Hopefully I didn't ruin the auger placement, which is going to be a tough one to get undone. And unhook. I'll probably just reset it here quick. Yep. There it is. That's plenty wide there. I should have crowded it even more yet. I forgot about that. My buttons got messed up on my steering wheel here, so everything's new to me. I'm still working on fighting, I should say. Fighting the new mappings I got just to get it close. I don't necessarily need the big one, but I think if I do, it's going to leave me plenty of room to be able to drive through the two bend sites and be able to get the trailers, whatever I use to haul corn to town with, through here. Because I'd like, unless I did this, which we're going to have to see how that all fits in here. Which that makes plenty of room down there. Sorry, got my controls messed up there. And now I like the placement. I'm gonna drop this auger a little bit to get it closer. I think I'm gonna twist it just a smidge here. Yep, auger can come down even more yet. Somewhere in there. We're going to see how close I got or not. I don't think I did. Nope. So we're gonna sell that one. And try it again. Where'd it go? Oops. Clicking too many times here. Actually, I'm gonna lower the auger again. And go forward, smidge. Nope, that ain't the right one. That's the one. Yep, nailed that one. Alright. So now let's get rid of that one. And now we're going to go back to painting here and get all of our grounds painted in. Driveways, whatever you'd like to say. grass that's there. And now we are going to come over here. I think I'm going to do it a little smaller. And then connect these two for right now first. That's right, I forgot to do this. When I put this manure pipe in, I completely did not realize that I was, and that's why I say I'd like to have a undo button when the computer freaks out and goes all haywire on me like that. But yeah, I forgot that I did not have it set right, so I'm just gonna lift the ground up around it real quick here, and we'll call that pretty good. Flatten it back out around it. She tugged her down a little. That's that one up. So I'll make my circle even smaller, go back off of that elevation. I like that. We'll leave that. And I'm going to put some animal mud back there. Right around that area. I'll find the grass with foliage on it, make the circle even smaller. No, that's right. Gotta paint this all back in with foliage. Should have done this step first, but everyone makes mistakes. You learn from it. Keep going. Now I'm gonna get into get all this. Alright, got most of the big stuff done, so now I'm gonna shrink her back down and just get tight to the buildings here. A little detail goes a long ways, like a little bit of grass in between the buildings. Like that. Perfect. I don't not necessarily like that. Brought the texture up, but to bring the rock up tighter to the building is what I was going for there. Oh, perfect. Got the foliage just there without bringing the texture in. We'll run with it. It's all about the little details of your map that go a long ways. Now the same thing up here with the bends. And I hit the wrong button. somewhere. So we'll level it back off. Now with the bends, I'm going to try to round the stuff off, trying to paint the grass in nice and blend in the edges that Giants does not make it nice and easy for you to do. But we're just going to run with it. And as you can see, I must have collision there. That's stopping me. Easy way to get over that. Just like that. And then what we're going to do is run right back into the terrain like that. Terrain editing part of it rather than the foliage part of it. And we're going to up it big. We're going to hit smooth real quick. Gets rid of all that crap on there. Now we're going to go back small and finish our grass. That's right, that's tip collisions from the barn I put in, I guess. Honestly, it's that auger. I forgot about that. Oops. I'll have to go and get that deleted here soon. That one little spot's going to bother me. See what happens when you test while recording? Yeah, that's too big. So we're just going to thin it back down with some grass here. Bring this foliage back up too. I actually kind of like the dirt like that. Yeah, I'm going to have to add some of that into what I just did here. Oh, that's animal mud. Oh, I just passed it. Pretty sure it's this, yes. And if you go small enough, I'll do just little pieces. But what I found was when you're adding this stuff in, if you're going to add grass back in on it, it's just best to go a big, like so. And then you tab back to your grass. And with your grass is what you want to go small on. So you still get the foliage in there. And the faster you go, the more spots it leaves. Because with the in-game editor landscape tool like this, it sucks you can't add just foliage to your map. But it's something like that is what I'm going for. And same way over here, grab a little grass, put in around the dryer, a little around the grain bin, around these bins. Yeah, like that part. Now finish this road out here quick. Putting the grass up there like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and place my silage pile down here and get that cleaned out and paint it up. I think if I went and I'd like it easy to get to. Yeah. So we're going to go like that. This is what I usually do in the landscaping tool then. And I'll go ahead and make it big again, terrain, and just flatten it out. And I'm smoothing it with that, gets rid of the grass foliage around the edges so I can see everything clear. I'm just going to bring it up, do the same thing for my next one, because you can always make it grass again if you're not using them. That's why I like this one, because you can leave it there and not have to worry about it. Now, my saw, no. I think it's this one. Yes. I got a smaller one here that same width as the big one. And then go back into terrain editing, landscaping tool, and now we gotta put in a decent driveway here, which he has a ditch in already. It's kind of a pain in the butt, kind of not. And that's right. One other thing I did on this map was I made the roads buyable. So you can do exactly this and make a driveway. That was the one thing I was always annoyed with. You get those maps that do not let you buy the road, so therefore you can't even come out and smooth it out and make your own driveway. You're at such a limitation there, and I guess I could have saved that for when I did buy the mine and make it myself out of dirt and everything, but that's for another time. We could always so-called be hired out for somebody else and do that. I like to round the corners. All about personal preference here, but that makes it easier to swing into. I think I'm going to run her, and I think I'm going to go with the square actually. And paint it quicker without getting on the edges, and I want to do up the silage pad also. Make it bigger. Do this quick. And then I want to go just a little bit over here. And my idea behind that will be they are going to drive straight through here on the very edge of the silage pit. And they should be able to reach the trigger then. And they'll dump, and I will be able to, I will probably have to push it up myself with a tractor and blade, which I don't mind doing at all. And then this right here will be where I'll come down with the TMR wagon to get the silage. And I think that went too big, so now we're going to go and get the grass and put back so we got the foliage with it. And round this back off. Down to something like that. No. Need to make the tool smaller. We're going to run like that. Now go back to the grass. And I think I'm going to put a little grass in here and go with it. Because you don't always drive down here all year long. There was a little bit more detail back into it. And it becomes overgrown once again. I really forgot how big those were. Or I should say this one. So same way with this, just grab a few textures, foliage, a few clicks here and there. Now I like to put some dirt and mud, and I just went past it. That one. I used to do the mud, but I don't like the way it glosses. So I'm going to do the dirt, and that's why I changed on this map the rock texture of, say, the gravel roads to what you see it actually is, because it's not a solid color all the way through. I like how it has some tan, browner colors in it, and it doesn't look like one big chunk of the same stuff. So it kind of blends it up, breaks it up. And in my opinion, looks way better than the stuff from Giants. Yeah. I don't like the way that blends in. And there you guys have it. I think I'm back on track. Besides getting everything planted, leasing the fields, and getting the time fast forward, I'm going to say we are good to go. I really can't wait to go combine some corn and see if my dryer setup will actually work here, because I'll have an auger running into this wet corn holding bin, which will put it into the dryer, and from the dryer I'm going to have to set that auger up and run her into my cooling bins to dry it down, which is a whole different setup, and then I will be emptying it out right here to a wagon, semi, whatever you'd like to use. And like I said, I'm going to upload this map, my update, the version. It will be on my Facebook when you guys watch this video. Go ahead and click the play game button, and it'll be in there with a couple others. And that's all I got for today. Have a good one, boys.